Welcome, acolytes. I'm the SmilingLich, and we have here the one, the only, the enemy character Rev himself, with a drama that actually has the internet historian within. Internet historian has a freaking drama. For the love of me, I didn't know that. Like, honestly, never expected that. But, hey, you live, you learn, you actually get to see new things. So, let's hear what Rev has to say.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So today we're going to talk about some big YouTuber drama taking place over multiple platforms currently. We're going to focus a lot on the creator, internet historian, because there are thousands of tweets talking about this YouTuber, some defending him and some claiming that he is a plagiarist based on a recently released YouTube video covering some of his content, as well as content of other YouTubers. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with internet historian.
A plagiarist? Okay. I mean, be prepared for everything at any time, but damn. I would be sad though. I really would be sad. That would really annoy me.
He has over 4 million subscribers on YouTube, and a lot of his videos are really classic. A lot of people are very familiar with them.
Classics, they're freaking legendary videos. Really top notch. The editing on itself is really fun. It takes a lot of time, let's say, like this. And the ideas behind them.
And in terms of this video, there's going to be two that are relevant from his channel. The Man in Cave re-upload from about 6 months ago, from earlier this year, I believe May.
Okay, the man. Oh, I remember he had to re-upload it because it was presumably taken down for no reason. Okay.
And then his recently released video from a day ago, because these dates and these videos will be very relevant for what's going on in this video. So why are we talking about internet historian? Well, yesterday a YouTuber named HBomber Guy, after a year of no uploads, came out with a 4-hour-long epic talking about plagiarism and YouTube, where he lists off several popular YouTubers and he claims that they are committing acts
Well, there's something I have to watch.
of plagiarism with various forms of their content that they have uploaded to YouTube. Now, within that video, like I said, multiple targets, and some of them got hit harder than others. You can see people like Illuminati, if you're familiar with them. Their subscriber count really hasn't changed because they've already been put on blast so many times in the past for their behavior and their content. And you have people like, Cinema Massacre. They're not really affected, but probably the most hit in terms of just collectively dogpiled on is James Somerton, who is just getting destroyed over this video because there's a lot of bad looks coming out of the HBomber Guy video. But the main focus of this video...
Okay, the thing is, I didn't see this video, but I should. I really should do it. Just because, well, it sounds really effed up, to be honest. Damn.
And what most people are talking about is the impact on internet historian, who has lost some subscribers as a result of the HBomber Guy video. But let's dunk into this, because the timing of this was very interesting, because you can see screenshots like this. These videos were released nearly at the same time, the HBomber Guy video, as well as the latest internet historian upload. The timing odd because it's been nearly a year since HBomber Guy's last video. An internet historian typically only uploads every couple of months. So the fact that they released at the...
Oh wait, yeah, the fact that they released at the same date is actually quite insane. And by the way, what I forgot to say, I had in my mind, but it's basically that it's really effed up, like really effed up if he would plagiarize something like that, like a legend like him. Damn, like, come on. Damn.
Exact same time is, well, interesting to say the least. But we're seeing a lot of reactions, including a lot of people angry at internet historian and anyone defending him. You have a lot of tweets like this saying, "Love possessive weirdos not only assuming that HBomb video is..."
And by the way, I really hope he's correct about it, because if he lies, Well, that's shitty. If he lies about this, that actually dug up a lot of drama for nothing.
All about the internet historian, but immediately going defense mode despite the fact that the video got taken down by a legitimate copyright claim, and they're referring to the Man in Cave video. And you have another one here saying, internet historian fans really struggling with the concept that even if you run your script through a thesaurus and change 99% of the words, if you're just paraphrasing what somebody else said without adding anything, that's still plagiarism. And this, again, like I said earlier, the timing was interesting because Internet Historian released his latest upload at the same time of this expose YouTube video, and the reaction in the comments kind of sums up this situation and social media's reaction. So let me just read some of these far-reaching different conclusion type of comments here. So this is just a random screenshot in order. There's no picking and choosing. This is just the first ones that pop up in the comments section of his tweet. Will you address the allegations of plagiarism? Twitter users suddenly deciding that plagiarism is the worst sin someone can commit. I don't get why you plagiarize Man in Cave. You could have just asked the writer if you're allowed to make the video. Using the article as a script, people would think much higher of you. HBomb blew up your spot, bro. You might want to say something. Saw the HBomber guy video. Don't care. Not subscribing. As you can see, there is a rift between what people are thinking in regards to the HBomb video. And I think it's important to point out several things. As this user says, so people flocking here to dogpile after watching the guy's video. Here's the cave video as it was re-uploaded 6 months ago with full credit to the writer. And to make this clear, the issue with the Man in Cave video on Internet Historian's channel is that it seems like basically it was an animation and a storytelling of an existing article made by a journalist. It was just basically making it come to life with animation and voiceovers. And after apparently reaching some sort of an agreement with the journalist, the video was re-uploaded with credits to the necessary people involved. And a lot of people are focusing on whether the use of crediting this journalist makes this fair use. And I will stop you there because it's not even necessary. Now, I'm not saying it's cool not to credit, no. But I'm saying in terms of fair use, whether or not Internet Historian had the right to make that video, the fact of providing some sort of a source in the description has no bearing on whether it's fair use or not. You can see right from YouTube itself, adding things like all rights go to the author, or I don't own, or adding a link to the original source does not make something fair use. Something is fair use if it follows.
Yeah, that's true. Like, look at my videos, look at this XQC videos, like, I at least try to add something. I at least try to get some information. I at least try to see it from the side, the other side, but XQC doesn't give a shit, and it's still fair use.
YouTube's policies, and that's something a lot of people pointed out. A too long didn't read version of the video by this user saying, Internet Historian didn't quote some article in his Man in Cave video, even though he worked things out with the journal who wrote it, and the video is more than enough to be transformative for fair use. It's 100% HBomber trying to collect a scalp. And again, if you look at YouTube's 4 factors of fair use, I think it's pretty obvious that Man in Cave would be fair use. Now, is it ethical or maybe a good decision to give credit to the journalist who made the article that they were basing that video off of? Yeah, probably. I think that would be a good idea and would have avoided a lot of headaches. But in terms of fair use, that doesn't matter. We see here, I mean, this is probably all you need to see. This means whether the use adds new expression or meaning to the original material or whether it merely copies from the original. And I've stated this before in other videos. The 4 factors of fair use is based on U.S. Supreme Court cases where a phone book was discovered to be fair use. A phone book that took compilations of other phone books. Basically, it took 4 or 5 phone books from other areas and combined them into one giant phone book. They said, yes, that is fair use. So the bar is extremely low. YouTube rises it a little higher than that.
Yep.
But in terms of what Internet Historian made, I think everyone would agree.
Like, what Internet Historian made, in terms of fair use, purely fair use, he's on it. He's fine. Is it moral if he didn't actually introduce the article writer and such? That's the other thing, because I will say this, reaction videos or videos that actually just react to channels or transform them, they will always exist, no matter what. But you always should show respect to the people that actually did the video and show their links and such, just so they can get a cut of the pie.
If you're looking objectively, that was a fair use video. And people would say, I don't care that Internet Historian made an animation out of an article. A lot of people just think that's blatant fair use. And I want to get into something a little more, I guess, rough around the edges here. This is kind of the reaction of tens of thousands of people, okay? I don't care what some breadtuber has to say. I'm not unsubbing from Internet Historian. Another person saying some Internet Historian creates a video using Mental Floss's article without their permission. They copyright claim the video. Internet Historian and Mental Floss work it out. And 6 months later, HBomber guy decided to interject himself into something that doesn't involve him. And a lot of people are just looking at the situation. If you want to be honest, they just don't care. A lot of people just don't care about...
Okay, this meme is freaking beautiful. I'm sorry. I consent. I don't. The first part. What the fuck? I never seen that. This. Oh, nice.
Whether or not Internet Historian used that article to make his video. And you know what? You can think I'm a bad guy. I'm just delivering the message. I think a lot of users, the average YouTube subscriber, probably doesn't care about that in terms of Internet Historian's content. I don't think it's going to deter them. I think they're just going to keep watching. I think it's something that doesn't really bother. I don't think people are crying over a journalist having their content used to create new content.
True. Very true. Yeah. True.
And this idea of, well, this was settled, right? These people came together, Internet Historian and this journalist came together and came to some sort of an agreement. The thing is, this whole issue is resolved, and yet all this time later, here comes HBomber making this video and rehashing everything. And it just goes to, what are the motivations behind this? Because why would they include Internet Historian in this video with some other people who are much worse actors in terms of plagiarism? And, you know, it obviously has to do with some sort of a bias. And also, Internet Historian comes with a lot of relevancy. I mean, it's a big name in the YouTube scene. And here's one of the funniest reactions to this. So this person, I believe they're an editor for Hassan Piker. They said, have a bad feeling that people are going to see this joke in the new HBomber guy video and not realize, A, it was a joke he asked Hassan if he was cool with him making, and B, he was literally in the chat during the stream the clip was from, which doesn't make this situation look better, by the way. So this clip they're referring to, in this, he basically says we have a rampant issue with plagiarism, but we also have an issue with people making lazy react content. And then he makes a classic Hassan Piker empty chair reaction joke where he walks away with an empty chair sitting in front of the camera. And Hassan Piker was watching this on stream and was laughing about it. And then HBomber guy was in the chat saying, oh, great, I'm glad you're here watching this. And a lot of people look at that and go, dude, how are you calling out these other people like Internet Historian, but you're clearly buddy-buddy with someone like Hassan Piker, who a lot of people have issue with and think is ripping off content creators with his lazy forms of reaction content.
Yeah, that's
now look
true.
at the replies to this main thread. So this user says, I'm kind of sad to hear he's okay with Hassan stealing content in a video specifically about people stealing content. And then the original poster replies, or maybe he understands that what Hassan does isn't stealing, where the user replies, how is it not stealing? And the original poster responds saying, how are you not a pedophile? Yeah. When you run out of arguments, just slander people. I guess that's the way things go on Twitter these days. People like to water down terms like that to someone disagreeing with them. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like, this is supposed to be the people defending this different treatment between people like Internet Historian and Hassan Piker. Very interesting and not surprising at the same time. But a lot of people are continuing to react, saying all this...
In my opinion, you cannot defend it. Because at the end of the day, I think he did it out of pure greed, as I hear. Because if you don't include Hassan from all the people, like XQC, Hassan, SS Sniper, like those are the really big that just scam literal YouTube videos out of their viewers. Like, come on. And I didn't see the video, so I don't know, but if it is like that...
This Internet Historian plagiarism stuff is proving that a lot of the fans of left-leaning video essayists never grew out of their 2017 PewDiePie is an actual Nazi phase. He gave Mental Floss credit in his re-upload, by the way. And a lot of people are looking at other motivations behind why this video was even made by HBomber guy. And a lot of people are pointing out that he, in this video, points out Internet Historian's video on DashCon, and that was from many, many years ago. And he made this basically jab at him saying that he was filled with things like 2016 humor during that video, and he clearly didn't like it and rubbed him the wrong way. And a lot of people are also pointing out the fact that Internet Historian is very clearly at least acquaintances with and possibly friends with JonTron, which is another person that people like HBomber guy don't like. But moving forward from that, a lot of people point out the video.
Can somebody explain why JonTron is a problem? Was there a drama with him? I don't watch him, so I really don't know.
Video about DashCon and some of the complaints about that, and saying, oh, he used jokes from 2016. Well, yeah, the video was uploaded in February of 2017. Of course there's going to be 2016 jokes in it. That just makes sense. But anyways, here's some more comments about the situation. People talking about how they don't like HBomber guy and they just don't care and don't want to see him. Where he made a very briefly made tweet here saying, wow, 100 lolicon pedos are mad at me for some reason. Is there some sort of common denominator? This tweet would be swiftly deleted. Another person trying to water down the term pedophile to something that it's not. It's amazing that we've seen it twice in this video about...
Okay. Yep. I think he's full of shit. Like, I will watch the video to actually get my own mind to it, but no, he's full of shit. Like, if you have to go down there with such arguments, you're done. You're most likely wrong.
Plagiarism on YouTube. Very strange stuff, but yeah, he clearly got pretty angry about people with anime profile pictures criticizing him, where he would immediately delete the tweet before he got dunked on. But nonetheless, that is the video. That is the drama currently. A lot of people are talking about this, and for good reason, because these involve some pretty heavy hitters on the YouTube scene. And, feel free to...
Legends.
Disagree with anything I'm saying today. I think this is a very nuanced set of topics, but that's just my thoughts on the initial glance of this situation. And as always, feel free to share your thoughts about everything we covered today in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Yeah, good. Ref, thank you for watching, and yeah, I have to watch this. I really have to.